Good morning. I'm Dr. P. Divya, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, Dr. MGR University. Today we are going to see the lecture on bodies in parallel. See the contents behind it, construction, diagram, theory, and explanation. Before going on to the construction part, we can see the diagram. See the diagram here? It consists of two composite slabs. The two composite slab is made up of two different materials. So slab 1 and slab 2. A1, A2, K1, K2, theta 1, theta 2, D1 and D2. What are all the notations? Let us see that one by one. What is A1 and A2? A1 and A2 are area of the cross section of the two composite slabs, that is slab 1 and slab 2. K1 and K2. K1 and K2 we have already known that it is what? It is a thermal conductivity notation. So here we have taken the two slabs, so it have been marked for the two slabs as K1 and K2. K1 is for the slab 1 and K2 is for the slab 2. Theta 1 and theta 2 are the temperature notation. Temperature of the notation, theta 1 is for slab 1 and theta 2 is for the slab 2. D1 and D2 are its thickness of the material which we have taken. So this is the diagrammatic part. Now let us see how it have been constructed. So I have already said, it consists of composite slab or compound wall of two different materials A and B of thermal conductivity K1 and K2 and of thickness D1 and D2 respectively. These two materials are arranged in parallel way as shown in the diagram. Now we can see the explanation part. Now the heat is flowing from one slab to another slab. So now what it will happens? Now let us see that the amount of heat flowing through the first slab, and for that if we measuring the thermal conductivity, we can write the equation Q equal to K1A1 into theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by D1 and mark this equation as number 1. We already know K1 is thermal conductivity of slab 1, A1 is the area, and theta 1 and theta 2 are the temperature of the two slabs 1 and 2, and D1 is its thickness. Now similarly we can write the same equation for the second slab. The amount of heat flowing through the second slab Q2 equal to K2A2 into theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by D2. Mark this equation as number 2. Now the total heat flowing through these two slabs we want to calculate. How we can calculate the total heat, that is the net amount of heat flowing from one surface to another. If we want to calculate the net surface, we want to just add on the two heat values, that is Q1 and Q2 values. So generally we can frame the equation Q equal to Q1 plus Q2, and now mark this equation as number 3. Now we know the value of Q1 and we know the value of Q2. Now substitute these values, that is Q1 and Q2, in the above equation 3. We will be getting the equation Q equal to K1A1 divided by D1 into theta 1 minus theta 2 plus K2A2 divided by D2 into theta 1 minus theta 2. So from this equation we can generally take the common part theta 1 minus theta 2 outside. So if we taking theta 1 minus theta 2 outside means you will be getting the equation Q equal to K1A1 divided by D1 plus K2A2 divided by D2 into theta 1 minus theta 2. Now frame this equation as number 4. So let us conclude that the amount of heat flowing through the compound wall of two layers are in parallel. So the above equation number 4 is the equation for bodies in parallel. So bodies in parallel equation Q equal to K1A1 divided by D1 plus K2A2 divided by D2 into theta 1 minus theta 2. Thank you.